Hi friends, welcome to Z Academy. This is Zakir Hussain and today I am going to discuss about Battle of Plassey. So let's start our episode. Battle of Plassey is fought in the year 1757 in Plassey region of West Bengal near Bhagirathi river. This battle is fought between the forces of British East India Company led by Robert Clive against the forces of Siraj-ud-Dawla, the last independent ruler of Bengal, and his French allies. Why British East India Company want to attack Bengal region? What are the consequences or what are the reasons that led to the attack of British East India Company on Nawab of Bengal? Let us know. Between 17th and 18th century, Bengal was the most fertile as well as richest province in Mughal Empire. In those days, Bengal province was so big that it contained present-day Bangladesh, Bihar and Orissa. Bengal held its economic importance for its famous textiles, silk and saltpeter. Often these items are exported from Bengal region to other European countries through ships. Nearly 60% of the imports of British East India Company are from Bengal region only. That's the reason why British East India Company want to target Bengal region first. Finally, after accepting many gifts from British East India Company, our Mughal Emperor Jahangir finally gave permission to British East India Company to establish factories in India. After obtaining permission from the Mughal Emperor, British East India Company from 1618 to 1647 established nearly 23 factories in India. Now British East India Company is enjoying full profits in India. After looking at the profits of British East India Company, French also want to trade with India. So during the reign of Aurangzeb in 1664, French also got permission from Aurangzeb to trade in India. Till now, British East India Company is enjoying monopoly in India. They don't have any other competitor, but they are facing a new competitor in the name of French East India Company. In 17th century, during the period of Aurangzeb, Mughal Empire is expanding all over the country. In order to control the Bengal region, as the Bengal region is huge, in order to control the Bengal region, what he has done is, he has appointed Murshid Quli Khan as the Diwan of Bengal. But Aurangzeb died in 1707. During the reign of Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar in the year 1713, Farrukh Siyar was so impressed by the British East India Company that he has totally levied off or he has totally cancelled the customs duty on the trade of British East India Company. Now British East India Company can trade with India without any tax. In the year 1717, the then Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar gave a good news to Murshid Quli Khan. Farrukh Siyar promoted Murshid Quli Khan from Diwan of Bengal to Nawab of Bengal. But unfortunately, in the same year, that is in 1717, Mughal Emperor Farrukh Siyar died. After the death of Farrukh Siyar, no other Mughal emperor was so capable to control the Bengal region that Bengal region after some time period became independent state. Like that, Murshid Quli Khan declared himself an independent ruler of the Bengal, and in the year 1627, Murshid Quli Khan appointed his son-in-law Shujauddin Muhammad as the next Nawab of Bengal. Alivardi Khan is an important and honest military commander working under Shujauddin Muhammad. So when Shujauddin Muhammad became the Nawab of the Bengal, he appointed Alivardi Khan as the commander-in-chief of Bengal army. And also in 1733, Shujauddin Muhammad promoted Alivardi Khan as deputy Subedar of Orissa. But unfortunately, in 1739, Shujauddin Muhammad died. After the death of Shujauddin Muhammad, Sarfaraz Khan became the next Nawab of Bengal. Fed up by the policies of Sarfaraz Khan, Alivardi Khan, hesitating to continue as the deputy Subedar, want to attack Sarfaraz Khan. What he has done is, in 1740, Alivardi Khan attacked Sarfaraz Khan in the Battle of Giria, and in this battle, Alivardi Khan killed Sarfaraz Khan and became the new ruler of Bengal. Alivardi Khan is an efficient ruler. He has efficiently ruled his kingdom till 1756 until his death. But after his death in 1756, his grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla became the next Nawab of Bengal. During the reign of Siraj-ud-Dawla, British East India Company started to build a new fort, that is Fort William in Calcutta, but without the permission of the king. Siraj-ud-Dawla felt very bad and he ordered the British East India Company to stop the fortification of Fort William in Calcutta, and he also ordered the British East India Company by saying that his forefathers did not impose any tax on the British East India Company, but now onwards you have to compulsorily pay the taxes to the government. After listening to these words of the Nawab of Bengal, British East India Company was completely shocked. British East India Company ignored the words of the Sultan and they refused to pay the taxes. In 1756, angry Siraj-ud-Dawla along with his troops marched towards the Fort William. There he attacked the British East India Company officials. Many British East India Company officials ran away from that spot, but 146 Britishers were caught and they were locked in a guard room. In the next morning, out of those 146 Britishers, only 23 Britishers were alive. 123 Britishers died due to suffocation in that guard room. That is the reason why this incident is known as Black Hole Incident of Calcutta. Now Siraj-ud-Dawla conquered Fort William. The employees who ran away from Siraj-ud-Dawla sent a message to their leader, that is Robert Clive. Now a strong force under the leadership of Robert Clive was sent from Madras to Bengal to overthrow the Nawab of Bengal and to stronghold the position of Britishers in Bengal region. The force under Robert Clive is just 3,000, whereas the force under Siraj-ud-Dawla is about 50,000. So it will be very difficult for Robert Clive to fight and win against Siraj-ud-Dawla. Now the Robert Clive has to think and make a decision that he has to use his mind rather than using his force. So Robert Clive made a secret alliance with the commander-in-chief of the Bengal army, that is Mir Jafar. He promised the Mir Jafar that he will give him the throne if he support the British East India Company in the battle against Siraj-ud-Dawla. War began in the year 1757 between British East India Company and Siraj-ud-Dawla. Siraj-ud-Dawla with his 50,000 men force could not withstand against 3,000 force of British East India Company. Mir Jafar, the commander-in-chief of Bengal's army, along with one-third of the force, did not join the battle and contributed in the defeat of Siraj-ud-Dawla. Knowing about the situation, under compelling circumstances, Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal, tried to escape from the situation along with his army, but he was caught and killed by the son of Mir Jafar, Miran. British East India Company won Battle of Plassey. Robert Clive proclaimed Mir Jafar as the new Sultan of Bengal and placed him on the throne of Murshidabad. This battle is considered as a turning point for British in India. It also established political as well as military supremacy of British in Bengal. So that's all for today, friends. Please continue watching my videos. Please like, subscribe and share my videos. Thank you. Bye bye.